I am hearing that Ethan Klein has had a total Zionist meltdown, okay? And said some crazy stuff on H3 After Dark, the show ran by Guam. Apparently it's all in response to this TikTok, so we're going to take a look at this first.
Friends, I'm just going to cut to the chase. This is an accountability and an apology video. I majorly f***ed up. And I'm eating my own words, because one thing that you'll see me say on every platform and interview and advice to any new creator is to do your research, to research everything, to not depend on agents or anybody. It is on you, and this was on me. This was 100% my f*** up. If you don't know what I'm talking about, as of yesterday, a few of my followers on different apps let me know that they saw my image used in a teaser for an upcoming makeup campaign. Once I did the research that I should have did initially when I signed up to do the shoot, a little bit of research about the brand, I realized that not only are we in opposition as far as how I understand and feel about the genocide in Gaza, but
is this about Teddy Fresh? It is. Okay, it was about Ethan Healer.
That also, this is a very popular and controversial and bigoted couple. And I learned all this in the last 12 hours. Sorry if I'm smiling. I'm smiling because I'm so fucking nervous. And on top of that, they have done this before, in the sense of
this isn't old. This is 4 days ago.
Booked a model who had a pretty good following on social media, and the model probably just took the gig like me, because they were reached out to them like they were this small unknown makeup brand, and they used the model's apology on their podcast, where they say a lot of controversial, horrible things, to get the model double canceled and to use this as some kind of outrage marketing tactic. Another black model. If you don't know who I'm talking about, the brand that I'm talking about is a brand called Teddy Glow. I had never heard of it.
It's not even like really outrage marketing. It's like victim marketing. It's like, oh, we're so hard on, we're so hated just for being Jews. Just for being Jews. Everyone hates us for being Jews. Just for being Jews. And so everyone hates us for this, and they're all abandoning us, and they're all hurting us. You should buy our stuff to support us, because, you know, we're really hurt Jews.
Teddy Glow, this producer girl had DM'd me, and then she emailed me, and she was like, I'm a huge fan of you. I'm working on this small campaign with this like small new beauty line, and they have a small budget. And I was like, you know what, whatever, lunch money is lunch money. That's what we call it, like in my family, like lunch money. Like, I need this lunch money. I need money to like get around, just like transparency check.
The same reason you should support me, because it's reminiscent at that time right now, guys. It's like the Holocaust, you know, like Zach said. It's reminiscent at that time. It's like the Holocaust. So it's very important that you support Jewish streamers. Okay, very, very important you support Jewish streamers.
Black models have been seeing work get pulled back in a way that is reflective of what's going on in politics in a very real way. Black women are being punished in every form of work in America. You can see it from the black women being laid off in corporate, to the black writers being let go at Vogue, and also in the black model industry. Just for context, I have been on 3 curve boards that have been fully liquidated, meaning 3 agencies that I've been with probably in the last 3 to 4 years have completely gotten rid of their curve board and kept me, which would make some people feel really good, but for me, it's just disgusting, because I'm on the smaller spectrum of curve. I'm a privileged person, you know. So
is this the thing? Have all the brands dropped the all the plus size stuff? Is this a thing?
It was a very hard symbol about where the industry was going, and it wasn't going in the direction that we had built the momentum for in the pandemic, talking about body inclusivity and, you know, black people and all the things. So just to be transparent, money has been funny. Okay? I've had to lean more into social. I've had to lean more into just other ways to make a living. And by the grace of God, I've been okay. But that just speaks to a little bit of like where my mind has been. So I was like, oh, this is Kismet. This young producer girl from Miami is reaching out to me. She knows what I'm about. And I just trusted it. I trusted it, and I didn't have anybody on my team kind of look through it. And even if they did look through it, it is not their responsibility, it is mine. This is my career, this is my reputation, and I know better. I know better to not research things.
So I'm not like really invested, like work with Ethan either if you're real. I like don't care that much. I will say, obviously, if you do signal that you're very lefty on all these issues, you're going to run into problems if you collaborate with Ethan. And I think if you choose that in order to fix that, you're going to abandon the deal, say sorry to your audience because you don't think they align with your values or what you want to be presenting, I think that's like, I mean, that's reasonable to me. No, that's totally okay. I don't have a problem with someone feeling that way at all. You know, I think this is probably the way to handle it if you truly don't agree or believe in the things that they espouse and you don't want to support it.
Better to just always research. And so this is my bad, and there's no excuse, and I'm sorry. I'm actually like, I'm so mortified. I'm just putting on a brave face to make this video because I tried to make a video yesterday, and when I tell you I was crying, I was wailing through the whole video, and all I could think about, like, if somebody did something offensive to black people and they decided to put up a 10-minute video of them crying and snotting, I would be like, save the white tears. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely trying to put a brave face on and just be honest and be like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. There's no excuse to not do research, to not vet every single person you work with. And on top of that, you can't really speak for like people's mentality or whatever, but I'm just gonna be transparent with you guys. I do feel like this was a setup and a bit intentional for the brand to make some kind of outrage marketing campaign. And I say all this because as soon as this all happened in the last 48 hours, by the way, one of my followers tagged me and was like, I can't believe this queen, and sent me all this information on them. And then when I dug into the brand, the first thing that popped up was a mutual of mine. I'm not going to say her name because she's endured enough, but it was another black girl, kind of similar following level, obviously very vocal about her beliefs, who they had booked for something, I guess, a year ago, and she didn't know who they were. They probably went through some other avenues.
So it is a little bit schizo, but would you be super surprised if Ethan and Hila were deliberately trying to pick sort of pro-Palestine aligned influencers to do some image rehab? That wouldn't surprise me in any way. You can't prove that, and just saying, oh, well, that was just mutual and they did the same campaign. I don't, there's not enough to identify that. But that is totally within the realm of possibility.
Just like me, and she made an apology to her community because she just, you know, let it slip through the cracks. And they took her apology, the business owner, because the business is owned by the wife. This is Ethan Klein's wife, by the way. I had seen Ethan Klein before, as far as like before he got canceled, so I kind of knew his face. If he was on the set, honey, I would have did an about face. But I'm not gonna lie to y'all, that's a side of the internet. All that Trisha Paytas, Hyper LA, that's not a side of the internet my black ass be in. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't watch those people.
Black people don't know Trisha Paytas, okay? Black people don't know Trisha Paytas.
I had never seen the woman. You know what I'm saying? I could see that, but like I said, not an excuse. So anyways, they used the black model's apology to her community as a gotcha moment on their podcast, which probably ended up making the black model receive 3 more months of backlash from angry Zionists who want her to change her beliefs. And I'll be okay. It's not about me being embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, fuck. I'm a human. I fucked up. I have been just moving 90 miles per hour, you know? Trying to like,
you said you weren't gonna cry. You said you would say save the white tears,
and there's no excuse for that, because to me it was just
like no crying.
A few hours shooting on the beach, you know, with this what I thought was like a startup brand. And that's happened before. I've shot with a lot of like brands that I've never even seen the photos, you know. But it's just not an excuse. So I'm sorry to anybody who might see those images, who might think that I'm more in alignment with that brand's message than I am. I am not. After I saw a few clips of the brand owner and her husband talking about many different things, I've just been mortified. Is the best way I can describe it.
Okay, we get it. So Ethan calls in to talk to Guam and her co-host. Who is it calling this guy? Oh, Salvo. Salvo's calling this guy ugly.
So it seems like your take is that that these extreme lefts have no power if you don't fear them.
Not the extreme lefts. I'm talking about the snarkers, like the people that are going after David Pakman and like silencing
I don't think those
them.
are snarkers. Those are like this is like there's a huge overlap, right? I think that there's like an army of people. They're coordinated, they're organized. They may well even be supported by bots and state actors, and they are mobilizing on TikTok and Twitter, and they absolutely
mirror post, just like the most obscene mirror posts of all time. The most obscene mirror posts of all time. You think pro-Israel narratives aren't supported by an army of accounts, possibly bots, oftentimes state actors? It's so insane.
Can shift the narrative. I mean, watch what happens to David Pakman now.
Yeah,
I was talking to him, and I told him exactly what was going to happen, and it's all happening. Well, I was like, here's what's going to happen. There's going to be a massive disinfo, anti-Semitic hate campaign against you across Twitter and TikTok.
Yep. Already happening.
They're going to target your children and your extended family. And they're going to basically, it doesn't matter what you say, anything even as slight as making fun of his dumb fucking Mao outfit. Is basically like any slight, as small as it is perceived the same as any giant attack. Like it doesn't matter if he said Hassan is ISIS, right? Like it would be treated with the same threat level, because there's no dissent allowed, even as minor and deviating as possible. So I think personally it's a mistake to underestimate or to minimize what these people can do. And all you have to do is watch what's going to happen to David Pakman over the next like month or so. Like he's been added to the list, and basically he's a Zionist now of the worst order, and he'll be outcast as much as.
David Pakman's been obvious Zionist the whole fucking time. What do you even mean? Like, it's so crazy.
And it is happening. Like you see the ravings of a lunatic like Kyle Kalinske. He used to be somewhat normal, and now like I was just watching a clip of him, and he's going on about how it's 100% fact that the Mossad has videos of Trump having sex with children, and that's why the Iran war is happening and all this type of stuff. It's like
Kyle has taken on the blue MAGA approach, which I'm not a big fan of personally. But unless you're like people, literally, Ethan, Destiny, all these guys have no argument against it. They are always like, "Oh, you want to use this tactic? I'll use this tactic back." That's their whole... You go low, I'll go lower. That's their whole fucking life. That's all Kyle's doing. All Kyle is saying, the Republicans go low, the Republicans have commentators that are spreading a bunch of bullshit about how Hillary Clinton's eating babies, and Bill Clinton went to Epstein Island and raped kids. Maybe not bullshit, that one, who knows. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say the exact same about their guys. I'm going to say, Donald Trump's fucking little boys on camera and the Mossad made him go into Iran. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say there was a second shooter at the Charlie Kirk assassination. That's what I'm going to say. So, what's your argument against that? How do you have any argument against that? I can say, yeah, I don't think you should just adopt the tactics of the enemies. How do any of these people say that? How do any of these people bring themselves to say that? Makes no sense.
Full on conspiracy brained psychopathy. And Kyle Kalinske is popular. The Majority Report is on that same fucking wavelength. Hassan is on that wavelength. All of the leftist media outlets are
on
telling
that sort
the same
of conspiracy shit. Hassan and Majority Report are orders of magnitude more reliable, unironically. Kyle goes crazy. Kyle literally will just throw out the most insane, like Candace Owens tier conspiracy. I'm pretty sure he literally was pushing the Candace Owens, Erica Kirk Egyptian plane stuff. I'm pretty sure he was literally on that. Majority report and Hassan don't actually do that. They legit actually do not.
Line, which is getting more and more extreme every day. And the minute you go, whoa, you know, you guys maybe need to bring it back a little bit.
Yeah,
on this.
Hassan will say,
Or,
this looks like a false flag, but I don't think it is. That's the sort of thing Hassan says.
oh, dressing up like Mao is kind of cringe, don't you think? Then that's it. And everybody's start picking up on that no deviation from the party line is acceptable. And that's how communism works. Like toxic communism. MAGA is like that too, yeah. But like historically, that's how this types of like authoritarian communism works. That's why Mao ends up fucking the Great Purge, where 40-50 million people die because they own fucking apartments. Or same in Russia, you know. And this is how this stuff. Pol Pot, right? It's like you can't deviate from the party line or you die. I mean, that's how it's happened in all three of these cases. You want to look at three of the most popular communist uprisings. Look at China, look at the USSR, look at Pol Pot, look at Mao. Look at fucking North Korea. I mean, that's just a tyranny. Although
You're
people
just
like
going on
like
this rant
North
about
Korea
fucking communist revolutions. When we're talking about people doing electoralism in America, people running for like Senate seats who disagree with you, and we're talking about like violent communist uprisings.
People who are trying to destabilize, who have already, we know, like Russia has spent millions and millions, if not billions of dollars to destabilize and affect campaigns. Well, Hassan is their dream come true. They have every vested interest to either directly support him or establish botnets to support him, even without his knowing participation. But he's in contact with the Cuban government. He's in contact with the Chinese government. We know that he's in contact with these people. And when we say that dark money isn't going to be affecting it, well, it's not going to be coming from within the United States. It's going to be coming without, from our adversaries who see this as a golden opportunity to destabilize.
Yeah, I'm always posting Hassan support. Where are my bot farms from third world countries? Where are my Cuban bot farms? Where are my Chinese bot farms? G, can I get a little help over? G, can I get a little help over here? G, can I get a little help over here? I've played this video like every day for the last 6 months.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, AIPAC's not even close to the biggest spender in terms of political donations. Like, Qatar spends more money than AIPAC.
You don't hear about that ever at all.
And what they're doing is influencing universities to basically, you know, it's this like, this is
So, dude, this is literally, we are hitting just like schizo right-wing shit at this point. This is like a flip of anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. When the alt-right were taking off, it was like Kalergi plan, cultural Bolshevism, cultural Marxism, all this shit. You know, that's what they said. Oh, you know, basically it was Jews infested the universities and made everyone communist. Now it's Muslims infested the universities and made everyone communist. Yeah, get Jordan Peterson back on, for real.
Communist alliance, which is, you know, it's like a perfect marriage between, you know, the anti-West ideologies, so that they just sit long enough so that they can tear it down and then turn on each other the minute that that they achieve their goals. But right now, their common goals is, you know, tearing down the Western civilization, and they both believe.
He literally is just sounding like Jordan Peterson now, man. He should get relist the Jordan Peterson episode, get him back on.
It's weird. You can see these trends going viral about like everyone hating Argentina all of a sudden in the World Cup because of Israel somehow, right? Because their president.
I don't think it's just because of Israel. What? Huh? What? I don't know a lot about football. My understanding of the Argentina hatred is people basically hate Messi because he's like overrated. Argentina kept getting assigned as their refs for some games, and they felt like the Argentina refs were dodgy, and there's some weird relationship with like Trump and Infantino and Argentina that people were mad about. Well, I just say, I think was it Izu? I don't know who it was. Someone was celebrating Messi crying. But yeah, they play dirty, racist fans, racist aggressive fans. So, watching about football. Yeah, I said I don't know anything about football. But I've never heard Israel cited as the reason why people hate Argentina. So
their president is a fan of Netanyahu or something. Like, that's nothing to do with fucking Messi.
Messi, there's a picture of him at the Western Wall wearing a kippah, so that I feel like that's what set it all off, which is kind of insane considering he went there on a tour with his whole team, and I think it's one of the fucking biggest attractions in the world.
Right.
Certainly the Middle East, to go there and visit the Western Wall. It's one of the most historically important sites in the world. So.
Right.
Or multiple religions.
For Christians too. Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Oh, one thing I'll say about this leftist movement too is that the Tea Party, they operate out of fear, but I feel like the leftist party, they operate from bad malice and bad faith. They lie, they knowingly lie to achieve their goals. They don't care that they're lying, right? And that's like the Goebbels level of fucking propaganda that you like on the right, they foment fear. Okay.
Through misinformation as well.
They lie because the lie is the ends to the mean. They know the truth and they don't care about the truth. It's repeating the lie enough that it becomes the truth, which, you know, look like what they've done to me and what they're going to do to Pac-Man.
Very upsetting.
And
it's just so hysterical, man.
It's real sinister, real nasty. What's
crazy how negatively polarized this guy got. He's legit just on here spouting. Basically, if you replace like Muslim with Jew, Islam with Judaism in this whole rant, it could literally just be like a Lauren Southern rant from 10 years ago about cultural Marxism.
What's brewing there. And I just hope people don't underestimate it and keep a close watch on it because, I mean, look at Hassan. This man electrocuted his dog on stream. Anybody with a fucking brain knows that it's undebatable. It's like undebatable, right? Lies about it to his audience for so long, then gets on stage and says, they can call me many things, but they can't call me a liar, to his audience cheering. I mean, this.
Well, that's a different thing, Super Cool. They could both be ethno-states, but one isn't a... But now what you're saying is, that would be like the term, as gay as it is, it's like a colonial settler project, right? That would be probably more what you're referring to there, versus the ethno-state element. Something could be one and not the other, you know? And obviously, you know, you're stacking things. You're stacking things with Israel as a thing. Is you've got ethno-state, you've got ethno-supremacist structure internally as well. You've got displaced population, and you've got current genocide. Nah, Super Cool, you're not discounting it. You're not doing anything to disprove it. Japan have a conscious commitment to maintaining their majority, as far as I'm aware.
This is like this is like 1984, like you know, the minute of fear or whatever. There's a bunch of fucking psychopaths yelling at the screen just because that's what they need to do to fit in.
Yep. Yeah, the fitting in piece of it is really insidious, and I think he knows that, and he knows how to manipulate it, and it's really gross, you know, because he's like the cool leftist, and if you don't,
Super Cool, you've got to be coming in late. There's literally no way you've listened to what I've said, and you're saying that. Okay, so rewind, figure it out.
Agree with everything he says, then you're not just uncool, you're also this horrible person who loves genocide and kills babies, and like nobody wants to feel that way, especially, and they don't want to feel ostracized from their group, and it really is like a cult, like very culty behavior where they have their own language, where they shun people, where they punish people. Like they all sit there and watch Hassan yell at and humiliate people in chat. It's the same shit like Keith Raniere did in Nexium and all these other cults. Like the public humiliation is like a huge piece of keeping people in line because they don't want Hassan to do that to them. It's like it's a very high control group over there, and it's not good. That is true. Cult of personality. Yeah. It's very, very destructive.
Japan isn't an ethno-state. It's just a state run predominantly by ethno-nationalists who believe in keeping outsiders out and maintaining their ethnicity's dominant hold on the legal structures, industries. It's not an ethno-state, though.
I know there's stuff I want to say, but it's evaded me. Anything else you want to say? No. I was thinking, what else? Yeah, I mean, listen, lying is probably the thing I hear most commonly about Hassan.
Right,
and this guy can go
wild.
up on stage and tell them they don't ever call me a liar, and it's like, Okay, dude. He's kind of almost testing the limits to which he can lie.
Yes. Yeah. It's like spitting in our face to say that.
Yeah.
Right. And they're always like, yes, king. Because again, the truth doesn't matter. The truth does not matter because the truth does not serve whatever they think the cause is, right? Whatever it is, you're allowed to just say whatever you want to whoever you want. It doesn't matter
100%.
if it actually
Oh, Morales just dropped his Spider-Man rating. We're going to have to go over this later.
impacts politics or policy at all. Like attacking you guys does fucking nothing for anybody in Gaza, for anything in even like US politics. But it lets them just like say, I did activism, I can go to bed tonight. It's trash.
And then I think the genocide that's happening has been so good for their movement. And I say that with fully aware of how fucked up it is, because it gives
Oh my God.
them the leverage of control to accuse someone of the worst thing you can be. Until then, you could call someone, you could call them racist, you could call them transphobic, homophobic, you could call them a pedophile, maybe, if you really stretch it out, you know, stretch out. I mean, Hassan obviously does that. He has a joke even in his community that's like, oh yeah, enemies are pedophiles. But what they have now is the ultimate lever of control. If you don't support, if you don't agree that Hassan looks good in his Mao suit, you support genocide. Like it's so useful. It's so useful for them. It's so
literally, who is saying that? Who is saying that? They're saying you support genocide because you say a bunch of shit on your podcast that indicates you support Israel doing a genocide. No one is saying you support genocide if you don't like Hassan's Mao suit.
Useful. It's so good for their movement.
It's trash. Yeah. And that's what I said towards the end is that we need to remember and maybe repeat it to ourselves. Like you can criticize a person and that doesn't mean that you disagree with the movement that they are a part of, right? Like criticizing Hassan does not mean you're criticizing any politics or any policies. Like he is worthy of criticism on his own behalf and he hides behind this cause, right? And he makes it seem like if you criticize him, you cannot be part of this of the left at all, and it's just fucking bullshit.
Well, it's becoming real because he has the media apparatus falling in line, like Kyle Kalinske, the Majority Report, and all these and Vosh and all these types of people who are falling in line, you know, and saying, oh yeah, you know, they play along with the misinfo game where it's just like, oh yeah, Ethan, that Zionist, he's just psychosexually obsessed with you. That's why he's criticizing you. Whatever fucking dumb shit they're dreaming of. And these people just tap dance along with it, right? Because they're afraid, they're all captured, audience captured by these fucking psychopaths. And we've glimpsed inside of these private snarker Discord rooms. We know how they operate.
Bro, there's no way he's still going about the fucking snark left Discord, bro.
How they think, why they do it, and what they do. We've seen firsthand. We've peeked behind the curtain.
None of them actually care about anything. Like that is what I gathered from looking
it's their
at all the
full-time
job
to just bother people and fuck with
being
people.
hateful. Yeah.
It's like they love the ideal of being the hero and fighting and being like the morally superior, but ultimately they are just nihilistic.
Yeah, true. Snark Left is funded by Iran. That's true. That's true. That's
Accelerationist.
I've done on the ground reporting on this.
Like
I took 50K from an Iranian contact to prove that Iran is funding the Snark Left, guys.
Find me one person on the left, a liberal, who's criticizing Hassan. Find it.
Besides you and me.
Yeah, well, obviously, the point is that
Hutch
like
does,
I
but he's not really far left. Yeah.
No, Hutch does, but I wish he was more popular. I don't think Hassan sees him as a threat, but he certainly shits on him regularly anytime he gets a chance. Yeah.
Whenever he does get a chance, he does attack him.
Yeah.
I like Hutch a lot.
Yeah, me too. Hutch is great.
He's a very
Shout out Hutch.
Yeah, he's like a reasonable voice right now. So if you're looking for a place to watch your
and
politics,
Pac-Man too, right?
Yeah.
And Pac-Man, he's like the best among us. He's a very principled, reasonable liberal who believes in all the right things socially and economically. He has his head on straight. He's reasonable. He is smart. He is informed. But like none of that matters because ultimately
Hassan's better at playing the game.
I don't even know what's the difference.
What it is.
Hassan wants to. you know, and ultimately it is true. Like, if in this revolution, there's always going to be someone worse and more extreme, like Bad Empanada, who's going to want to put Hassan's head on a pike, but it's so far off. There's a reason they call him Piker. No, I'm kidding. I don't know why I said that, but Bad Empanada would want to do that. And I mean, they've already turned on each other, right?
Imagine if someone made a joke like that about Ethan, man.
They're always going to be more extremists.
Yep.
And it's never, basically, yeah, they're always pushing it. And I don't think, I mean, Hassan's not going to be safe from that either if he gets his dream. I don't think Hassan actually wants to live in a fucking communist dystopia. He just likes I think he just likes feeling important and the center of something. And he likes making money, and he likes attention, and he likes being able to have girls send them their titties to him on Snapchat, which he shares liberally with all of his friends all the time.
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff.
So
like, and that for me, like as a feminist, like I have never, and some people think that I was hired to be a Hassan hater, and I'm like, girl, I've been hating Hassan since like 2016 or earlier. Like, I am not new to this. I'm true to this, and a big piece of that is of the feminist lens with which I see the world. Like, he is a terrible misogynist. He also doesn't give a fuck about gay rights, trans rights, black. We've heard him say, I don't give a fuck about what black people want. Like, he sees all of that as identity politics. But like, he's teaching this whole generation of young people that there's only one way to be a leftist, and a white straight guy has to lead it, and you can only care about economics. But there, like I said in the segment, like, there are all these women of color, people of color, trans people that are like actual activists doing actual leftist work, who understand that all of those things are connected. And sometimes economics is not like the leading oppressor, but he just wants to fucking hand wave that away because it doesn't matter to him. He just wants to keep his own identity centered. And so I have criticized him hard for a long, long time in different spaces. And yeah, it's just a perk that you guys also fucking hate him. You know what I mean? Like, he fucking sucks. Yeah. He sucks. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I love you guys, and I'm sorry that this is still
sick of hearing
ongoing.
Guam. Look at his face, man.
So unfair.
Stop talking to me, Kate. I'm sick of it.
For a zillion reasons, but for the people that think they're doing some kind of activism, it doesn't make any difference. None of this makes any difference.
Makes them feel good.
You're just like shooting poison into the world. You're not affecting any kind of change. It's disgusting, and it's fucking lazy. It's lazy, and it's cruel. But it makes them feel good. Yes, at the end of the day.
You can't say this shit about Hassan anymore. Hassan is out there supporting candidates, dude.
I got that fucking dirty Zionist too. He's so fucked.
They can get their daddy Hassan points for the day, and he won't yell at them in chat. Like, it's just trash.
Well, and I mean, listen, there's a reason people are still obsessed with this, because Hassan talks about me all the time. I made a point to I'm like, don't want to discuss him on the show anymore, just because it's so fucking boring and repetitive. But he doesn't have any problem just doing that forever. And he still constantly is bringing me up, like, I mean, basically on a weekly, bi-weekly, several times a week basis. So, you know, he's keeping the marching orders standing.
Right. Well, and I think it's important to speak up when other Democrats are challenging him, because like you said, like it's this like circle of intimidation, right? Where if you criticize Hassan, everyone just like turns their back on you and goes quiet. But it doesn't have to be like that. So I think if
what world do you live in?
Call it out, hopefully more people will be like, oh my God, you're right. Like, I've been thinking about how weird and like arrogant and ego driven Hassan is for a while. And, you know, I didn't think that other people felt like me. I felt like I was crazy, but you're not crazy.
So support Pac-Man, because his Alice outfit is cringe.
It's
even
so
if you agree
cringe.
with his politics, we have this man is walking cringe. Okay, it's out of control. You cannot. He's walking around in a Maoist fucking empire from Star Wars fucking type of uniform. I mean, what are we doing?
Corny as fuck.
Corny as fuck.
Bitch. That's what it comes down to.
All right, thanks, guys.
We love you guys.
All right, bye. Have a good show.
Ethan, any
Thank you for $2. Thank you,
gentlemen. I'm so glad they called in. Yeah, I think I still have this naivete that we are stronger than the Republicans, and that this isn't going to spiral. But I think that only happens if we if we talk about it, and we connect with other reasonable progressives, reasonable leftists who are.
All right, that's it. And then they go on to talk about the Snark Discord more, and we watched that through Soundbow the other day, so I don't care.